You could say that my audiophile journey began when I acquired this Acoustic Research Model XA turntable. But the story actually begins much earlier than that. I never had a turntable quite like this. In fact, when I was younger, I had something more like this. And it got me through. It was fine. It was adequate for my teenage needs. And then my dad had purchased this turntable around 1985, and I recently found it in his basement. I guess it's been several years ago. He passed away, and we cleaned out the basement, and we found this Fisher turntable. It was the only thing left of the Fisher stereo system that he purchased around 1985. But I got it working again, and it actually served its purpose. But before I got that thing working, I was almost forced to buy this toy in order to play some old records that I found in the basement. And for at least a few months, it actually served some temporary needs of just playing some vinyl records that I had found that I used to play when I was a kid. And I got a lot of enjoyment out of it. I will be honest, I'm actually a little bit embarrassed to be featuring this Victrola suitcase record player on a YouTube channel that I call the Almost Audiophile. But I did get this Fisher turntable working again, and I actually did upgrade the cartridge to an elliptical stylus, which, you know, it sounded a little better. So I was pretty happy about that. But it wasn't quite enough for me, and neither were those speakers from that Iowa stereo system that you see in the picture right there. I wanted something more. I wanted something more fulfilling. So I actually found this Acoustic Research turntable on an auction website, and as you saw in that picture, it was in terrible shape. But somehow, with a little bit of TLC, I got it running again. And I didn't even know what I had when I got it running. I researched the Acoustic Research turntable after I fixed it and found out that it is actually one of the most sought after vintage turntables. Often shows up on top 10 lists of, iconic vintage turntables. So I feel like at first it was like just a look thing that I found it. But the more I think about it, the more I think it was more actually some kind of serendipity that it came across my path. So needless to say, I've really fallen in love with it, and I really wanted to build a better system that would give it a little bit more, I'll use the word honor, because I was using this Iowa system, not the system itself, but the Iowa speakers with this turntable and this Onkyo system, and it just wasn't giving me enough. So finally, I was able to acquire these Polk Audio speakers, and I actually got them for free, which is another story I'll tell another time. But I think they complement this system very well together with the Acoustic Research turntable and the Onkyo stereo receiver, and I'm just really pleased. Will I upgrade these components in the future? I'm sure I will, but for now I'm really happy, and this is where I am on my journey. So there's a whole lot more to tell, and there's a whole lot more to come, but this was a short video about the evolution of my system and a little bit about the Acoustic Research turntable that I love so much. So thank you for tuning in this time. Be sure to like and subscribe and come back for more.